So we want to start by eliminating one variable twice in a row. Looking at the x's, it'd be easy to use the first and the second equation. We just have to multiply one of those equations by -1. But then in the second step, it might be a little bit harder. So let's look onto the y's. With the y's, we could use those, but I look at the z's. That looks a little bit easier because the first and the third, you don't have to do anything. And then you could use the first and the second and just multiply the second equation by 2. So let's use the first and third first. So we can add those together, and I'm going to star this equation because I'm going to remind myself we're going to go back to this. Remember, whatever variable you choose to do first, you have to do again. I'm going to use equation 1 and equation 2, but equation 2, I need to multiply that by a 2 so that the 4 and -4 cancel. So 2 times equation 2. Now we can add them. So here's my other start equation. Now we have two equations that just have x's and y's, and we can combine those. So we can decide which variable we want to eliminate. If we want to eliminate the x's, we're going to have to multiply the first equation by -12. So I'll do that. Now we can add them together. Now we're left with this, so we can divide both sides by 82, and we get 3. Now that we know what y is, we can start plugging these back in. So we can go back to one of these equations or one of these equations where we just have an x and a y. So I'll go back to this one. And now that we have x and y, we can plug it back into the original equations to solve for z. That's your solution. So just be careful throughout the problem. You're doing a lot of algebra, a lot of multiplying, adding, subtracting. So just make sure you're not making algebra mistakes and you're checking your work carefully.